Welcome back to another video. Today I'm discussing, is Demon Slayer confusing to scale? Now, in the grand scheme of things, scaling Demon Slayer to other animes that don't have like superhuman aspects, I think you could scale Demon Slayer to Attack on Titan, Toji, Captain America. All these other superhuman characters that exhibit these traits are cool, fine, and dandy, meaning that they're on the low totem pole of like what you can scale to other anime. But in the grand scheme of things, putting Demon Slayer against anything with a little bit of power behind it, just maybe even Baki. Like Baki for sure, Baki versus Demon Slayer, or at least Baki versus the Hashira, are a pretty good matchup between the two, of course, with all the superhuman feats that Baki has and all the superhuman feats that Demon Slayer has. So that is a very two comparable animes that me and you can have a fun conversation about. But as soon as you say anything, say a Naruto, not even a Naruto, say a Jujutsu Kaisen, absolutely not. Hitman Reborn, no. No. Any of these animes that have any kind of regular shonen power-ups or regular shonen are not eligible to be with or Demon Slayer is not eligible to be on this playing field against them. Just know, the only people with powers in Demon Slayers are the demons themselves and Muzan themselves. But even then, they are not all that strong, since they are still facing a threat of a humanity threat. And still, within all that, the humans should still lose to the demons. It's just humanity peeks through even in the face of ugly. Good message right there. Except for Muzan. Muzan was just completely afraid of dying. That's why he consistently wanted to be in the sun. But wanted to conquer his final weakness, which is the sun. So there's that. But other than that, I think the Demon Slayers acknowledge that they should have lost. Now, if you want to say, especially with the conversation going on a different platform, where scaling or ranking Demon Slayer within their verse is quite confusing, it's not. Demon Slayer is one of the few animes that has this ranking system where it's set from stone. The 12 Hashira are ranked 1 to 12, strongest to weakest. It is set out, this is the strongest one, this is the weakest one, this is why, and this is why they're inferior. They give us that set foundation, and then people try to argue, oh, what about this, what about that? But on the basic level, before you even put in the mark, this is the ranking. Now, of course, when the mark is put in and everyone's potential is released, then it's quite different between the rankings. That's kind of when it messes up, and that's when the rankings, of course, you put into, because different marked Hashira, not every Hashira awakened their mark, and if you said every Hashira awakened their mark, everyone fulfilled their potential to like the highest capability, then you would have an argument within it ranked. But since that did not happen, Gyome, top 1 of the current Hashira all time, Yoriichi. And if you want to count, say Tanjiro made Hashira level, then Tanjiro fully realized, no, because Tanjiro retired because he doesn't have vision, or at least one eye doesn't have vision. So, ranking it is kind of weird when you take in everyone's feeds, everyone's mark, and what it did to them differently and different things. Outside of all that, they also do it for the upper moons and Muzan. Every upper moon is under Muzan. Kokushibo, Akaza, Doma, probably forgetting a few, of course, within the upper moons are weaker than Muzan. That is set out, and they're ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think there's 6 upper moons. I could be wrong. I think there's 6 upper moons. But I could be wrong. Correct me in the comment section. And they are already ranked. Nothing surpasses that. No one ever surpassed Kokushibo. Akaza had the potential to, but his, fear of devouring, his reluctance to devouring women never allowed him to surpass even Doma to the greatest level, even though he is a better and excellent fighter more than Doma. It's just Doma eats more quality food or humans at that time. So that's not confusing at all. At all. The only time Akaza would have been able to surpass Doma is when he was regrowing his head, because I don't think Doma would ever have that ability since he doesn't have the willpower. He doesn't really care about even being a demon itself. He's just kind of just vibing at the end of the day. So if he lost, he lost. But unlike Kokushibo and Akaza, who has that fighter's will, they fight until they gone. Beat me, you know? But other than that, yeah. So it's not confusing to rank. It's not confusing to even scale within the Demon Slayer verse. Now, when you compare it to other ones, still not confusing, since Demon Slayer, especially when you compare it to other shonen, is one of the weaker shonens out there. That's just my opinion. Let me know if y'all agree with it. If y'all disagree, let me know in the comment section below. And peace out.